Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So last Saturday, I was at the town dump, standing at the goodie pile, holding this hideous ceramic clown plate, when I realized why most coaches are broke. All right, so let me back up and give you a little context. I live on this little island. We don't have trash pickup, so we've got a town dump. And the dump has this thing called the goodie pile, which is basically this gigantic outdoor shed with a revolving door of people donating unwanted items. It's actually pretty great. So I was there dropping off a few things, including this clown plate that somehow made it into my house. I mean, this thing is so ugly, there are really no words to describe how ugly it is. But let me try. It's multicolored and it's got this ceramic, creepy black and white clown like laying on its side on the rim of the plate. I could not get rid of this thing fast enough. So I'm there, I get out of my car, I barely walk 2 feet, this woman beelines it straight for me, grabs the plate off my pile, and is just like examining it like she's Indiana Jones and it's this incredible ancient artifact she's just found. The look on her face, pure delight, she loves it. She's taking it home. And just like that, I want it back. Nothing about the plate changed. It's still hideous, but the second someone else wanted it, my brain like flipped a switch and suddenly this trash turned to treasure. That moment, that shift in my mind is why one person charges $500 for their service and struggles to find clients, while another charges $5,000 for a very similar service and the same result and has a wait list. The secret isn't credentials, it's not years in business, it's not even how good you are at what you do. The secret is premium psychology, and today I'm breaking down the 5 elements that make people pay more and feel grateful for doing it. And by the end of this video, you're going to have a practical understanding of how you can implement these 5 elements for immediate results in your business. And we're going deep on the one element that most founders resist, and it's the one doing the heavy lifting for your brand. So stick with me. This is going to change how you think about your brand, your pricing, and your positioning forever. And real quick, if you're new here, I'm Sam Ross. I've been building brands online for over a decade now. I work with visionary founders who are coaches, course creators, speakers, writers, thought leaders. They're all great at what they do, but they feel invisible and stuck at inconsistent income every month. We turn messy, off-message brands into elevated, clear, unstoppable ones, and we do it without selling out to be seen. So if you're into that kind of content, hit subscribe. I drop videos like this every week to help you build a magnetic brand that actually converts. Now, let's get into it. The first element behind the psychology of a premium brand is price. Price doesn't create value, but it signals value that already exists. High price without substance kind of feels like a ripoff, but a high price with depth, that feels premium. Your pricing is a kind of promise. It says, this gets the job done, it's got weight, it has expertise, this will transform you in some way. When you undercharge, you're undermining the value of your transformation. You're telling the market, I'm not sure this is worth it. And here's what happens. You start attracting people who don't take your work seriously. They don't show up, they don't implement, and when they don't get results, guess who they blame? You. But premium pricing creates commitment. When someone invests $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 to work with you, they've really got skin in the game. They're much more likely to show up, take it seriously, be your best clients, and ask for more. And here's the thing. Premium pricing, it's kind of like a filter. It keeps out people who aren't ready and attracts people who are, the right people, the ones who actually do the work and get the transformation you're promising. So if you've been undercharging because you're scared no one will pay, I'm telling you, price alone won't make you premium, but it's the first signal. And without it, you're going to be fighting an uphill battle. But price alone won't make you premium. You need the next element to back it up. quality. Premium goods are crafted with thoroughness and attention to detail. Transformational services work the same. What separates a $5,000 program from a $500 course? You guessed it, quality, and it's measured in depth, layers, and support. Take my program, for example, Messaging That Sells. It's not a quick surface level marketing course. It's comprehensive brand building. We go deep into brand identity, messaging strategy, voice development, copywriting frameworks. You don't get templates and a slap on the back that says, good luck. You get a system that builds from the ground up. Quality means no skipping steps, no surface level fixes. It's eliciting the brand from the founder, not slapping on some AI generated thing. It also helps create trust because your audience can feel the difference between something thrown together and something built with real care. So if you're wondering why your services aren't selling, try asking yourself, am I offering quality and depth, or am I offering shortcuts? Am I building something with real value, or am I giving them what everyone else is giving them in the marketplace? Now, quality alone doesn't make someone feel like they've made the right choice, and that's where the third element comes in, and that's feeling. At its core, premium isn't about the object or the service, right? It's about the feeling and the connection with identity. People don't buy luxury cars for transportation. They buy the feeling, the status, the identity shift. Transformational work is exactly the same. There's an internal shift that manifests externally. The right mentor makes you feel seen. They make you feel capable. They make you feel ready to step into a new version of yourself. Now let me tell you about Helena. When she came into my program, she had zero marketing experience. I mean, she didn't even know what copy was, but she had a great course helping women struggling with PMDD, which is this debilitating hormonal condition that really disrupts lives. And she knew her work mattered. The problem? She felt invisible. She didn't know how to communicate what she did in a way that really connected. She had the expertise, she had the passion, but she just couldn't articulate her mission in a way that made people stop and say, I really need this. Through the program, she didn't just learn marketing and copywriting tactics. She built something that reflected what she truly believed. And here's what happened next. She enrolled 22 women at $950 with a 62% conversion rate. She created and sold her next higher ticket offer at $1,300, and she even made a sale while she was sleeping. But it's what she told me that really stuck. This didn't just teach me about marketing, is what she said. It helped me build something that reflects what I truly believe in. She had alignment between who she is and what she offers. The internal transformation, going from I don't know how to say this to I know exactly what I stand for and how to communicate it so the right people find me. The external proof? For Helena, it was better clients, higher conversions, sustainable income. And this is why people will pay $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 or more to work with you. They're not buying your product or service. They're buying transformation. A new way of seeing themselves in the world so they can achieve what they really want. How much would you pay for that? Because when you can create that feeling, price becomes irrelevant. Okay, there's another psychological layer that makes people not just want to work with you, but feel like they have to, and that's impact. Premium isn't just purchased, it's experienced, and it elevates your life in measurable ways. Transformational services, they do this tenfold. They change who you are, how you think, how you show up in the world. So let me tell you about Clara. She came to me already understanding marketing fundamentals. She'd invested in courses and she knew what she was doing on paper, but nothing was really gaining real traction. She was stuck in what I call constant tweaking mode, always wondering like, should I change this? Should I adjust that? Should I try something new? It was driving her crazy. And she told me after going through the program, this wasn't more tactics. It was the pathway to creating the brand she'd always dreamed of having. She finally understood how all the pieces fit together. Her voice, her positioning, her message, the way she showed up, and how to share it with the people that she really wanted to help. impact isn't just about the numbers. It's about the shift in identity. And when you have an impact on people, they will invest in you again and again and become your ambassadors and tell other people about you, which grows your impact even more. And it just all comes together and works together. So, we've covered price, quality, feeling, and impact. But there's another element. And before we get into it, if you're finding this helpful, then do me a favor and hit the like button, because it makes it easier for other people to find this video. All right, the fifth element is exclusivity. This is the element most people resist, and it's the one doing the most work. Now, when I talk about exclusivity, I don't mean being fancy or out of reach. I mean intentional, curated, designed for a very specific type of person, not the masses. Because premium isn't everywhere, right? It's selective, it's scarce. And in your world, you don't work with everyone. At least you shouldn't be. One of my mentors taught me that broad equals broke, and it is so true. I mean, think about it. Do you want to be the general practitioner in your field or the specialist? I mean, if something's going on with your brain, do you want your primary care physician handling it, or do you want the brain surgeon who trained at Harvard and does nothing but work on brains all day, every day, working on yours? Oh, and who do you think makes more money? It's not about being for everyone. It's about being the exact right fit for the exact right person at the exact right time. Now, before you say, but Sam, I'm just starting out. How can I be exclusive? Let me stop you right there, because people, man, they always mash exclusivity together with being established, like they automatically mean the same thing or something. Look, you don't need to work for X number of years with X number of people before some exclusivity board declares you worthy. You have got to decide that for yourself. And I know it feels weird to position yourself as exclusive when you're new. I mean, most founders I know, they carry this early stage self-doubt, which is totally normal. But here's the best argument for why you need to be exclusive now. Because you still feel like you're figuring it out, you avoid exclusivity. And that's costing you by slowing your growth and working against the people you're trying to help. Trying to serve everyone is the fastest path to burnout, stress, and derailment. You spread yourself thin saying yes, 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 yes to everyone, and then you can't fully show up for the people who've already invested in you, and it's just like not the coolest thing to do. So let's reframe this together, because you can be new and exclusive at the same time. Because exclusivity is about value, not tenure. And exclusivity is one of the strongest signals of perceived value because it creates clarity. Clear positioning, clear standards, clear expectations. When those signals are present, something just shifts in your audience automatically. Their trust increases, their willingness to pay increases, perceived transformation increases. And you draw better clients who show up fully and don't ask for refunds. So let me give you a few examples. A coach with clear boundaries feels established. A course that doesn't just accept every student feels premium. And a service provider who doesn't take every client is immediately perceived as an authority. Let me tell you what is behind all of this. It's called the scarcity principle, and it's based on Robert Cialdini's 6 principles of influence. The scarcity principle says when something is limited, people perceive it as more valuable, even if nothing about the thing itself has changed. Hello, the clown plate? Nothing about it changed, but the minute that lady wanted it, I wanted it too. That is the scarcity principle in action. So why does this work? Well, scarcity triggers 3 specific psychological mechanisms. First is loss aversion. People are more motivated to avoid losing something than to gain something. That's why limited spots lands harder than join now. When you say, I only take 10 clients per quarter, people think, wow, I need to get in on this or I'm gonna miss out. Second is reactance theory. When access feels restricted, we want it more. Humans hate being told that we can't have something. When something is available to everyone all the time, we just don't value it as much. But the moment we hear only 5 spots left or enrollment closes Friday, it's like something shifts. And the third is value inference. When something is scarce, the brain assumes it must be good. It's why luxury brands don't mass produce and high-end restaurants have wait lists. It's why the best coaches don't work with everyone. So let's recap. Loss aversion equals urgency, reactance equals desire, value inference equals perceived value. But here's the thing, and this is really important. These signals only work if they're real. You can't fake premium branding. If you say you're selective, but you take everyone, people will feel the disconnect. If you talk about transformation, but can't deliver it, the brand will eventually collapse. Premium branding works when the psychology is aligned with the reality. And that alignment starts with knowing exactly who your work is for and who it's not for. So, now you know the psychology, but how do you actually apply this to your brand? Well, I'm gonna give you a quick exercise to really make this stick. So, grab a piece of paper, open a Google Doc, whatever you like to use. All right, step 1. You're gonna write down the 10 qualities of your ideal client. Not their demographics, their human traits, their values, their mindset. For me, this looks something like highly intelligent, emotionally mature, shows up, values truth and integrity, plays full out, has courage, doesn't quit because of setbacks. These are the people I really love working with. These are the people who get the best results, and that's what I want more of. All right, step 2, now you're gonna write down the 10 qualities you won't accept. Behaviors, red flags, what are your non-negotiables? For me, it's blames others for their lack of results, doesn't implement, makes excuses, expects me to do the work for them, isn't coachable. These are my deal breakers, and I don't feel bad about that because my program works for the people who work it. Now, step 3, you're gonna circle the ones in step 1 and 2 that matter the most and transform them into a statement. It's gonna look something like this. I only work with people who are X, Y, and Z, and I refuse to work with people who are X, Y, and Z. So for example, I only work with people who are ready to take ownership of their growth and implement what they learn, and I refuse to work with people who expect me to do the work for them or make excuses instead of taking action. Step 4, this one's really important. You gotta say it out loud until it feels normal. Now this is the part that most people skip, but you've really gotta do this. You've gotta say it out loud. Say it to a friend, say it on camera, practice it. Say it until the discomfort fades and it just feels natural and normal and true. And you can post your statement on your computer or somewhere at your desk where it's visible. Just anywhere you want to remind yourself to say this and reinforce it. It really, really works. And now step 5, putting it out into the real world, the practical application. You're gonna update your content, your website, your messaging to reflect this. Put it on your sales page, put it in your emails, put it in your videos, put it on your social media. Let people self-select out if they're not the right fit, and watch the right people lean in harder. This instantly shifts you from please pick me energy to I choose who I work with. That's the psychological shift that creates exclusivity, and money follows that energy. So if you've made it this far and you're realizing, you know what? I get this, I like this, but I think I need help actually implementing this in my brand and my messaging, then I want to invite you to book a call with me. I work with visionary founders just like you who are building emerging transformational brands, but feel stuck, invisible, or inconsistent in their income. We'll talk about where you're at, what's got you stuck, and how we can fix it together. So the link to book a call is in the description below. If you're serious about building a premium brand that positions you as the go-to expert in your niche, I would love to talk with you. Next week, I'm going to be doing a video on how to use storytelling to change your business fast. As a business owner, you'll not only discover the 4 types of story you must know to grow, but I'll be showing you exactly how to craft each one of those stories for your brand, and you can start using it right away. So make sure you're subscribed so you know when they drop. Thanks for being here, and I will see you in the next one.